In this video, we'll be reviewing the labor summary. To navigate to the labor summary report, under Quick Actions, select Labor Summary. The labor summary report shows hours worked, overtime, pay, and tip information for all hourly employees. Similar to the sales summary report, we can utilize filters up at the top to narrow down our reports based on the information we are looking for. For example, we can filter out by time period, by employee. We can even filter out by location as well. Once we add in the information we are looking to see, don't forget to select Update to load that report. Scrolling down, the very first part of the labor summary we will see is the restaurant summary. The restaurant summary will provide an overview of hours and pay based on all jobs that have been added to the restaurant. This calculation is based on the number of hours the job has been clocked in for and the default pay that has been set for the jobs. Keep in mind, the labor report summary is only compiled from closed shift reviews. Scrolling down, we can see a summary of all of the job titles worked within the time period that we set using the filters. We can see the hours, overtime hours, regular pay, etc. We can also see a summary of the total sales from those two job titles, orders, guests, tips, gratuity, declared tips, meaning cash tips, etc. Scrolling down further, next, we'll see the employee summary. The employee summary will provide a quick breakdown for each employee. Unlike the restaurant summary, that is based on jobs, the employee summary is a focus on each employee and their vital labor data. For example, if we scroll down, let's take a look at our test employee in here. Depending on the filters that we set above, we can see this employee clocked in as a cashier within the time frame that we set. We can see the hours that they worked, any overtime, hourly, regular pay, overtime pay, and total pay as well. Along with this information, we can see the net sales, tips, gratuity, and those declared tips, meaning those cash tips as well. Now, a vital part of our labor summary report is that we are able to edit time entries if we needed to. For example, let's say we come into our labor summary report and we notice that some piece of information might not be accurate. For example, let's say this test employee here who clocked in as a cashier, they clocked out at 4 p.m., but maybe this was a mistake and they accidentally clocked out too early. They actually left the restaurant at 5, meaning that we need to make an update to this individual's time entry. In order to do so, we can select that time entry appearing in blue, and this will take us to that individual's time entry, which we can edit. We can edit their job title that they worked. Maybe they accidentally clocked in as a cashier, but they were working as a bartender that shift, meaning the pay will be different. We can edit that. We can edit the in date and the out date, as well as the times. So maybe they actually, they clocked out at 4, but they stayed an additional hour to do silverware roll-ups or refill the salt and pepper shakers. We can come in here and we can edit that time entry. We can add a break, and we can also delete the time entry altogether. Once we submit our work, notice that that time entry has been updated. You'll also see the ability to add in a brand new time entry per employee if you needed to. By selecting that plus option, this will bring us to the ability to add in a brand new time entry. Let's say our test employee forgot to clock in on a certain day. We can come in here, select the job title that they worked, the date, let's say it's June 8th, they clocked in at 10 a.m., and they clocked out at 2:30 p.m. Once we submit, we will see an additional time entry has been created. Scrolling up, Notice that we can also export this labor summary report out as well as an Excel file. Up next, let's talk about our time entries tab right here. The time entries tab provides an itemized view of each shift and its related labor data. You can select any of the time entries to adjust the timestamps and job title if needed, similar to what we did on the labor summary page. We can edit the time entries by selecting them and editing as seen necessary. We can also add additional time entries down here at the bottom if we are not seeing an individual employee show up on this page. By selecting Show Hide over here, we can also filter out what we do versus what we do not want to see within our time entries, and we can download if we needed to.